Yes, hello Robert.
Hi Klaus.
Hello audience.
Hello audience, yeah. Welcome again to our second episode of Fun with Relux. And what's our today's topic?
Our today's topic will be some discussion about BIM, the Building Information Modeling. And so for many people they are still thinking BIM is just the switch from 2D planning to 3D planning, but it is many more. And we want to show our side on the view of BIM in the context of light planning, in the context of the view from a light calculation program and from a manufacturer for light calculation programs.
Yep. So BIM is a nice topic. So we love BIM. It's a lot of technical, fancy options we have with BIM in lighting design, and also on a software point of view, of course. So BIM is a great topic, but also BIM is a quite deep topic. And we have just here half an hour, maybe a bit more, regarding to the questions on the end of the seminar. So we cannot cover any aspect of BIM. So sorry for that. But at least we can focus on lighting in BIM. So this is a topic where we have a lot of information available. And we want to explain you what is the concept or the philosophy for Relux regarding BIM. So what is our strategy in BIM, what we are doing, what we are going to do, what we have done, and so on. But maybe one step back. What is BIM at all, Klaus? What is it?
BIM is it is not. Many people think BIM is a kind of software, but it is not a kind of software. It's a kind of working methods of networked planning. And also you can go with a real expensive BIM system and still use it for drawing CAD drawings, to use it to make CAD drawings. But then you will not working in the BIM context. Mm-hmm. The BIM context, one of the most essential thing is that the objects know what they are good for. They know a door knows it is a door. It is not just a few lines, which is like it is in a drawing. Maybe it will have some attributes in the drawing, but in the BIM system, the essential thing is that in the BIM context, the door knows that it is a door and it had the properties of a door. And in our context, we have luminaires, and the luminaires has the properties of what a luminaire has. It is useful for light calculation and all these things.
Yeah, so luminaire has a luminous flux, has an wattage, whatever. And also in BIM you have not just the objects with a lot of properties, you have also a relation between the objects. So a luminaire is attached to a ceiling or to a wall, and a window is located inside a wall. So there's a relation of the objects, and all the objects have a lot of properties, and in a way they know what they are, and they have a purpose and function. So this is the magic of BIM. Or this is what we don't have in CAD applications. Even in 3D applications, the objects are still dumb. It's also just a bunch of vectors in CAD world. There is no deeper sense of these objects what we have in BIM. And in a way, also Relux is a BIM application. In a way, if you have this scale of design, because in Relux we have always 3D. You have also the objects know what they are, and wall is in wall, and not a bunch of vectors in Relux. And the luminaire is also a luminaire, which has a relation to a ceiling, to the floor, and so on. So in a way, our lighting design application is, in a way, if you have this scale, in BIM application. So this is also a nice opener to enter for us into the BIM world, because we are, in lighting at all I have to say, we are quite digital. We have a lot of formats, we have a lot of deep, complex objects in lighting, and we have to deal with 3D, because lighting is the distribution is in 3D, so we have to take in the 3D. It's not possible to do in 2D lighting design or lighting calculation in a proper way. So in this way, BIM is quite nice to lighting and vice versa. So this is a good match in the end, in a way, to have this both worlds connected, lighting and BIM. So and also we have to speak about Yeah, we speak about software, about BIM authoring systems. We have to speak about open BIM and closed BIM. This is something which is different in the lighting market. We have at the moment we are at Relux down to closed BIM, to state it. If you or maybe in question, what is open BIM, Klaus? What is open BIM? Because if you talk about closed, what is open?
Open BIM is directly linked to the file format EFC, which is a kind of open source file format and which can be used to transfer building information data from one system to another system. It is a little bit similar, like we take a look from documents, from, let's say, for example, Microsoft Word document. You have a document as the native format, and you will use a PDF file. You can print into a PDF file and use the PDF file, so which can be written, which can be read on each system from each users, even if you don't use Microsoft Office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so IFC is great. So IFC is in a way the central point of Open BIM, because IFC is free available. Everybody can read and understand and create IFC files. IFC is in a way open source, yes, but IFC is also standardized. There's an ISO standard who defines IFC. IFC is also in a way in community creation product out of Building Smart, as a large group of people are working on IFC. I myself am a member in the ISO committee, which now standardize the IFC file format. So it's a great invention to have IFC on the market, and in a way we also support it in a way. But IFC has some issues. IFC has no initial authoring system. So IFC is created without any software application. All the BIM authoring systems like Revit, Allplan, or the Nemetschek stuff, Archicad, for example, they have their own file formats. And the file format of a BIM authoring system reflects the building structure, the class, the hierarchy of the building object in this file format in a quite efficient way. In a binary way, to have it fast, readable, and to express or to export the structure out of the building in their hierarchy, in their structure, in a file. So this is the reason why there are different file formats. But this is quite common. This is quite usual. So every software has their own file format, because it's an expression of their own view on the object. And an IFC is one of these views on the objects, which tries to cover it all in a way. And it is also, they have also reached a lot. There's a lot of native attributes, objects, and structures in IFC, which is great. You can, especially for luminaires, you can express a luminaire quite well in IFC. You have 48 properties. This is for a public open format a lot for luminaire. And you have also geometry options. You can also express an LDC inside an IFC. So this is a great option. But there is no native application to create IFC. So IFC is in a way a transport medium. You can transport, like in PDF, you can transport it from back to Word, but there is no major application which tells the structure. And in a way, for a lot of applications, this is a limitation. There's not everything inside which is possible for an authoring system. And so it's in a way a filter between the different applications, between the different authoring systems. Yeah, structural. Not to go too deep into IFC. At the moment, Relux has not an IFC interface. So it's not possible to direct import or export IFC in Relux today. Maybe we will change it. It's in discussion constantly. Also, our users are forcing us from time to time to go in this direction, and maybe we do. But today we don't have it. But there's a way to work with IFC and Relux, and this way is Revit. And this means this is our closed BIM strategy. In a way, you can go with an IFC file into Revit. Revit has a quite good IFC interface. So it means you can put an IFC file into Revit. There's a lot of options, And this is one of the reasons where Relux get rid out of this complete IFC transformation, because IFC could be interpreted in different ways, in different formats and so on, in different deepness, in different filtering sets. And so this is a job by Revit. Revit has experience, and you can also program your own IFC Revit interface, if you like. And if you are in Revit, then you are a short step to be also with your building in Relux.
Yes, and we decided to do this way because in the most cases the native format, so directly in the BIM system, they need some very special properties to work correct with some objects inside of the system, and this is only possible in the native format, and it will not be possible when you import some objects into the BIM system. For example, a recessed luminaire, which is not linked directly to the ceiling, will not create the correct cutouts. It will there will be a geometry at this position, but I will not create the correct cutout and some similar things, because they are very special in each BIM system. It's different from Revit to ReluxCAD and all the other solutions.
Yeah, so Relux has chosen Revit as a way into the BIM world for a couple of reasons. So one reason is, of course, the market acceptance of Revit. So there are a lot of Revit licenses are out there. A lot of our clients, of our users, have also in Revit installation, and this is one of the reasons, because there was a lot of users who already uses Revit. Another reason is that Revit is a quite nice BIM authoring system for everything which is in building optimization, building techniques, electricity, volume objects, pipes, everything which is down to AEC for construction of this technical aspects of the building. And also the BIM authoring systems are going to be more specialized for different disciplines. And Revit is one of the better products for electricity and so on for a building. But also, Klaus, we have also another reason. That was the luminaire itself in the authoring system.
Yes. So in our opinion, the Revit has created in the beginning the best solution of to constructing luminaires. They have this, it's called Revit families, and the families are useful for creating a product description from external manufacturer, not only for luminaires, also for windows and all the other things which you can bring into a Revit model. And most of the other BIM system, they do not have this, even not the EFC format. They are still working on a product format, but in the EFC file is always a building with rooms and everything. And then you can include a luminaire, but there is not, EFC is not useful for create just a luminaire. And the most of, not all of the BIM system, but most of the BIM system will not have such a separate file format for products to the project file. The ReluxCAD has also the GLDF, not GLDF, it's a GLD file format, which is a little bit similar but not so handleable like it is with the Revit family. And at least Autodesk has a very powerful APIs for to create such plugins inside of their software.
Mm-hmm. So this was the couple of reasons why we choose Revit to have a connection to the BIM world. And one of the major benefits for a lighting designer dealing with BIM is that you have already the complete building modeled. So this is one huge benefit, because this is quite annoying in the past, or in the, depends, also today. If you get a drawing, if you get a CAD drawing, which is digital in a way, you have also just a bunch of vectors. You have also just the floor plan of it, maybe in height. Even if you have an 3D CAD plan of your building, which you need to do lighting design, you need to redraw it room by room in order to do lighting calculations on it. or to be present in Revit. And this is something where BIM could help lighting designers initially quite good and quite well by not remodel the complete building. You can take the complete building out of Revit, or if you have an IFC, put it in Revit, put it in Relux, and then you have it in Relux instantly, all the rooms with the right dimensions, with the windows, with the doors, with everything which you might need to know about the building, you can have in Relux instantly. And also, this is important for Relux, the way back, to have also what you have done with luminars, with your installations, with your calculations, with your design, you can have it put back into a BIM model, that you can also export from Relux into Revit and from Revit into IFC, if you like, that you have in a way enclosed BIM circle and not have a loose end in Relux, because a bunch of PDF files with your results is not really BIM. You need to express your results, your positions of the luminars, the type of luminars, back into an BIM model. That makes much sense to have all players, all the designers, all the engineers on the building really working together on a digital model and not just take it, make something and just tell them, okay, it's works. You need to have a model in the end. Yeah, that's why Revit. Maybe we can also go to other BIM authoring systems, but it's a huge effort for us to go into other BIM application or authoring systems to create the complete workflow for a different BIM authoring system. Is quite a lot of effort. But yeah, we're thinking about this, and we also discussing constantly about going to other BIM applications, and we have and focus on BIM topics inside Relux. So that's maybe a good point to show what we have.
Yes. Yeah, let's take a look to a program. Not too deep. We will not spend too much time. We will not make a product presentation, but just to give you a short idea how it looks for those who haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, because as Klaus said, we have not the time to go into all the details, because Revit or all the BIM authoring systems are quite heavy. There's a lot of stuff you can do, a lot of options you have, and even just lighting will explode the time frame we have here. Just to have a short look, this is a building in kindergarten in German 1, and here we have luminars. And this is one of the benefits of Revit. You have here really luminars as a product model. Luminars with LDC, there's an IIS file attached to these families, and you can also you can do lighting design quite directly in Revit, so that the objects which we need for lighting design are there. And if you have installed our Relux Revit add-in, which the product name is ReluxCAD for Revit. So if you search for this product, it's ReluxCAD for Revit. CAD is a bit odd, but it has a history. So to be in line with our other ReluxCAD products. And if you have installed it, then we have here this ribbon. It's an own Relux ribbon here above, and here you have all the options which you can do with our plugin. So it starts by putting in luminars. You have access through this plugin to our ReluxNet, to have all the ReluxNet luminars directly into Revit. All the manufacturers, all the products we have on ReluxNet are also converted into Revit family files. So all our ReluxNet products are instantly there, not instantly, but they are automized there as a family file. So, but not just our ReluxNet luminars works in Revit. You can take any luminars. It's also important to underline. All family files, all RFR files, which has a luminar with an LDC, so with an IIS file attached, can be used with our plugin. There's no boundary, there's no relation, or there's no need to have luminars out of our repository. You can take any luminar, you can create your own luminars in Revit quite easy. Just make a box, call it luminar, and attach any IIS file to it, and then you have your luminar created, your generic luminar by yourself. And this also can be used with our plugin in terms of calculations, of transferring to ReluxDesktop, back and forth and so on. So this is also important to keep in mind. It works with everything which has luminars. Yeah, what else we have, Klaus?
Yes, especially from the point you told, we have here in the BIM process, we have in the context of the light planning, we have here a little bit a kind of problem, because in the beginning of a BIM object, you will typically work with very low LODs. The products must be typically not specified in the beginning, but for the calculation we need real products which come from manufacturers, which are measured. And so for that we have also, is it very useful to handle with this linked luminaires to get also, you work inside of the BIM model in the beginning with a model with a very low LOD, with a low level of detail or low level of information, but you will still have the possibility to make calculations. And then in the end, when the project, the building will be started to build, you can replace these placeholders with realistic products.
Yeah. This is also what we have learned, is that a lot of lighting designers work with generic products in the beginning, which is not specified, to just have a placeholder for a luminaire or to have the first ideas of a luminaire on this position. And there's a need of generic luminaires, and we have here the possibility also with our add-on to work with generic non-manufacturer related products by linking a real product into a 3D symbol in a way, in order to do calculations, to have estimations on brightness, on dimensioning of this light. Yeah, we cannot go through any tools, of course, because of the timeline. Just to give you a short impression what it is, you can do lighting calculations inside Revit. With the past versions from the last year, you can do lighting calculations with, we call it a zonal cavity. It's in a way an advanced LOR method in calculations, which you can operate instantly on a complete table. We have here, this feature is called Room Manager. Here you have a table of all the rooms in the product, and you can link these rooms with a task area, with a user profile. So if it's an office or a hallway or a working place, whatever, and then you can attach a major luminaire, and this luminaire will be LOR calculated in the amount. So how many of these luminaires, and these luminaires will be placed directly into these rooms. So this is if you want to have a rough estimation. If you are room related, you can do the complete lighting design by a couple of clicks, and you have the results in this table also. This is quite powerful, quite fast to do lighting calculations, but just according to standard. And with this current version, we have launched last week or this week, I don't know, I guess Tuesday last week. So shortly we have released a new Revit ReluxCAD for Revit software, and this new version has also the ability, the possibility to do photometric calculations. So point by point with radiosity, you can do real photometric calculations with the complete LDC inside Revit, which means you get results in uniformity, UGR, and all the stuff directly in Revit. There's no need to go into ReluxDesktop anymore. Yeah, what else we have here? We have, for example...
Yes, it's also an interesting point. We have not only the possibility to plan with luminaires, we have also the possibility to plan with sensors. You will see in the screen here the green area here. This is a little bit similar like the light distribution curves, but it is the range of the sensor. We support 3 types of arrangements, that tangential, radial and presence areas for sensors, and so you have also the possibility to make your planning with sensors inside of Revit with our Revit plugin.
Yeah, you can see, okay, this area is not detected, this area is detected, so it's quite simple in sensor design. but also this is just possible with our add-in, I have to say. So there's no sensor yet in Revit from the native point. So this is one thing we have added with our add-on into Revit. It's also possible to work with sensors. The most powerful tool, or one of the most powerful tools inside our application, is the interface to ReluxDesktop. Here you can, as we said in the beginning, you can take the complete building, the complete structure into an Relux project file, and also in Relux you can do lighting calculation, the old style with ReluxDesktop, with measuring areas, with a lumina exchange. You can exchange luminaires, you can add luminaires, you can change the position of the luminaires, you can do your lighting design in a normal way, and then you can import it or export it from ReluxDesktop back into Revit, and then all your changes you have done in luminaire type, position, and so on are changed in Revit. So this is a nice workflow in both directions, and we had it already created. We have done an export. This takes a minute, maybe 2 minutes, depending on the size, and we have it prepared to save some time, and this looks like this. This is the export of the same project in ReluxDesktop, and here you can do lighting calculation, lighting design, and give back the results in position and in luminaire type back to Revit. See the same shape anyway. Good.
Okay.
Do we need to add to some? Did we need to add something?
No, just one point. This was a really fast view inside of the ReluxCAD for Revit plugin, but we will have an additional information. What's new in Revit, and there will be at the 29th of June also a webinar similar like what we do today, and there we will show all the details of the new functionalities from ReluxCAD for Revit.
This is in special for this radiosity photometric calculation approach we have now implemented, and yeah, it's an webinar just for this topic. Of course, this is here too much. Good. Then let's go into the questions. And before we go into your questions,
we will have a short
ballot for you. A short question. I just put out here my sharing. So, and we have something which we want to try out with you. We have some kind of questionnaire and bulletin, and we would like to ask you which kind of BIM authoring system, BIM software do you use? So let's start this questionnaire. So now you should see a question on your screen, and yeah, it would be quite interesting for us to know, to understand in which application you are working, if you are working with BIM softwares today, and yeah, it would be nice to see what you are clicking on it. And in a couple of seconds, I will share the result with you all, of course, not just for us, it's also for you. So I can see the half of you already voted. Good, okay. Enough tension. So I release you. I close the ballots right now. Time's up. And now I show you the results. And you can see a lot of you are working with Revit. A minority working with ArchiCAD. ArchiCAD is also in Germany quite popular, I have to say, under the architects, not on the electrical designers. You have a story on it in one company.
Yes,
systems.
Yes, it was also interesting for use of EFC. So we have from one big company they use for the architects working with. Inside of one company, the architectural side works with ArchiCAD, and the electroplanners, the heating and the house technique will be worked with Revit. So the architects work on ArchiCAD and give a IFC model to their colleagues, and they will use Revit for making all this house technique things.
Mm. Okay, so quite interesting. Also Vectorworks and Minority. Nobody is using Tekla. Nobody is doing stealing out of this group. It's okay. Good. Yeah. So thanks much. Stay tuned. Our next Fun with Relux session is at the 13th of July. There is the topic false colors or pseudo colors. This is an interesting topic for us in Relux, and
changed the strategy some times ago, and we want a little bit to explain why we do this and what exactly is the difference and mostly the reason why we do this. And so we're looking forward to see you again.
Yeah.
And hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Hope you too.
Enjoyed it. We hope too.
And yeah.
So see you next time. Bye.
See you. Goodbye.